From LALATE News Headquarters in Santa Monica, this is Mornings LALATE.
Hey, good morning, everybody. It's a big morning, and your $1,400 third stimulus check gets the biggest shockers you've ever seen, perhaps ever, on this channel. Boy, I am really speechless. Why? On Monday, the Treasury, Janet Yellen, said that March 24th would be the day in which your stimulus check would land by direct deposit. Yesterday at 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, with 1 hour to go to receive the $1,400 third stimulus by direct deposit, Janet Yellen's video was released by the White House. And in it, Janet Yellen says that your stimulus check will arrive by direct deposit not March 24th, but in the days to weeks to come. I ran that shocking video for you at the time. Viewers were surprised, needless to say. And this morning, before preparing for Mornings LALATE, I discovered an even bigger shocker. The video has now been removed by the White House. You will see that video, and we'll together analyze why the video that was released at the end of March 24th saying that your stimulus check will come by direct deposit over the next few weeks has now been removed by the White House. Meantime, on the other front, there were not one but two letters by Representative Neal released yesterday. And the second one, a lot of viewers think is actually an excuse. Is an excuse? If you got the first and second stimulus check by direct deposit, and you got it in just a few weeks ago, why would Janet Yellen's team suddenly not have your address if they just had it a few weeks ago? Meantime, big shockers from SBA. Not one, but two. One incredibly great, and one, your head's about to roll. The goalposts are moving. It's a new day. The toast is toasting, the butter is buttering. I'm here, you're here, but has just been deleted, that video from Janet Yellen. What's going on? We're going to find out right away as Mornings LALATE gets underway with one of the most shocking videos you've seen ever. Good morning, everybody. It's Mornings LALATE. Hope you're good and safe. If you're not subscribed to this channel, make sure you subscribe, because throughout the scope of this video, and you gotta stay to the end, you are going to be shocked one after another shockers. I have no less than 5 of them in this video, and it keeps on getting more shocking as the video goes on. It's one of those days. If you also not like this video, make sure you do, and if you're not become a member, consider becoming a member. Yesterday was March 24th, and it was the day in which your direct deposit of your stimulus check was to land in your direct deposit account, including Direct Express card, big banks, small banks, credit unions. On Monday, Janet Yellen's team said March 24th would be the date of direct deposit. And if you don't get it by direct deposit on March 24th, it would be in the mail after that. Pretty straightforward. You get it by direct deposit March 24th, and if you don't get it after that, it's in the mail. Very clear. With 30 minutes to go, 30 to 60 minutes to go in the banking hours on the East Coast yesterday, at about 4 to 4:30 Eastern Standard Time yesterday, the White House's website released a new video. In it is Janet Yellen. And in it, Janet Yellen says, you're going to get it by direct deposit. Don't worry, we have your information on file. You don't have to do anything. And we're going to ensure that it gets to you in the next few days or weeks. Viewers were shocked at the time. I was speechless. Why on March 24th, with just 30 minutes to go of the banking day, when you're supposed to get it in direct deposit, according to Janet Yellen's team, was now the White House releasing a video with Janet Yellen saying it will come by direct deposit in the next few days, the next few weeks? Really shocking. I ran the video on Afternoons LALATE. I ran it on Early Mornings LALATE. And to prepare for Mornings LALATE, which actually has another video before this, but was taped, and I tried to upload it, it didn't go into the uploading system, so it'll appear after this video. At around 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, when I went to try to prepare for Mornings LALATE, guess what I saw? the Janet Yellen video has been yanked by the White House. It's been removed. Why? Why was the video removed? If you did not watch the video, let me show you what I said about the video on Early Mornings LALATE earlier today. In this video from Early Mornings LALATE, you see the video from Janet Yellen that has now been removed from the White House, and you see my reaction to the video when it was up. At the time of the Early Mornings recording, the video was up. Let's see my reaction to the video and the video at the time. Today, it's in the mail. It's coming in the mail. When asked how many citizens would be getting it by mail and not by direct deposit, even though they got the first and second one by direct deposit, they said a large amount of them. So that's where we were going into yesterday. You're going to get it yesterday, the 24th. If you don't get it by the 24th, it's in the mail. What I told you going into yesterday was the big banks would likely pay you yesterday, the 24th. And if you don't get it by the big banks, they're in the mail. And if you don't bank at a big bank, maybe a smaller bank like a credit union, you might get it today, the 25th. All very clear. And then, with half an hour left in the day, nearly no viewers of this channel were seeing that stimulus check appear. Hundreds and hundreds of thousands of viewers saying, I didn't get a stimulus check today. What's going on? And with 30 minutes left in the banking hours on the East Coast, the White House, which of course is on the East Coast, released this video. This video is with Janet Yellen, your Treasury Secretary. In this video, the White House is touting the wonders of the Help Is Here tour. I want you to listen to the final 10 seconds of the video to see why this video is shocking. Let's listen to it.
$1,400 checks, although they're not always checks and they're not always $1,400. The $1,400 checks. If you have a larger family, generally you'll receive more. A single person making $75,000 or less with no dependents will get $1,400, while a family of four will get 4 times $1,400 or $5,600. Most American households, more than 85%, qualify for these payments. To receive the money, most people have to do absolutely nothing. The IRS will electronically deposit into your bank account on file. We'll be working hard over the next few days and weeks to get this money out to you.
We will be working hard over the next few days and weeks to get this money out to you. Did you hear that? Let's play it again.
In weeks to get this money out to you.
That's not what Treasury had said on Monday. On Monday, Treasury said that the direct deposits would be done by March 24th, yesterday, and if you don't get it by direct deposit, it's in the mail. The new message from Treasury at the end of March 24th, with half an hour left of the business banking hours on the East Coast, over the next few days to weeks, we're going to start to get you some money in your direct deposit accounts. Viewers were shocked. Shocked. And this comes as the President of the United States, that video was this morning. And then the video disappeared. Sometime in the hours of today, the video was removed from the White House. The video, which you just watched with Janet Yellen saying that your stimulus checks won't be coming by direct deposit March 24th, but in the days or weeks to come, was removed by the White House. Gone. Deleted. Shocking. No explanation. The video is now removed. That's how the day started. Now, there's another shocker. And I have multiple shocks about this, which your head's about to roll. Yesterday started with not one, but it ended with 2 letters from Representative Neal, House Ways and Means Committee. He started the day with one letter, which I read on air at the time on mornings and noontime LA, in which he wrote Janet Yellen, asking where are the stimulus checks. He also wrote Social Security. His initial letter to them was that it's urgent and that the stimulus checks need to go out. That was then in the early part of the day. And at the early part of the day, the letter didn't get a lot of coverage, but it did go out. And he asked, why are the stimulus not going out to people who really need the stimulus check? Well, that was then. And then late in the day, another letter came out from Representative Neal. The second letter, which a lot of the viewers of this channel heard about, it's the second letter that more viewers heard about, it's this one, was released. In the second letter, Representative Neal writes Social Security and says, you need to release information to Janet Yellen. They don't have information to release stimulus checks, and you need to do it by the end of today. Guess what viewers' reactions in part were to the letter at the time? Some viewers called the letter an excuse, untrue, an excuse or a scapegoat. Why did they say that, some viewers? Because Janet Yellen's team has your information from just a few weeks ago to send you a $600 stimulus check in January. Did they throw away the information in just the last few weeks? They had the information in March to send you a first stimulus check. And so what is my opinion of the situation? I don't even have to have an opinion of the situation. Why? Because Janet Yellen's video, which was removed from the White House yesterday, says if you have provided your direct deposit information to her department, you don't have to do anything. It'll come automatically. Janet Yellen's video from yesterday contradicts Representative Neal's statement. His statement is, Janet Yellen won't have your direct deposit information. We have to get it over to her. Her video says we already have it. It's automatic. You don't have to do anything. There's more to that as well. A couple of viewers have noted in the last few days you've gotten letters in the mail about your second stimulus check, the Trump stimulus check, the $600. And it said, by the way, we recently sent you a $600 stimulus check. I want to make sure you got it. And you got that letter in the mail saying, hi, I want to make sure you get that $600 stimulus check. See something else that makes sense here or doesn't make sense? They were able to send you the letter to say, hi, we just sent you recently a $600 stimulus check. And yet Representative Neal says they don't know where you're located. They don't know where you're located. They just sent you a letter telling you we just sent you a second stimulus check. They don't know where you're located. Janet Yellen just released a video that says we know your bank information. They don't know where you're located. Let me give you the analytics. The analytics are the following. During the first push of the stimulus checks before March 17th, I had viewers on SSI and SSDI get stimulus checks within 24 hours. I had a ton of them get it on March 17th, but I also had some that didn't get it. And yesterday I had some viewers get it as well and some not get it. The problem with Representative Neal's letter from the end of yesterday is very obvious. The most obvious thing that's wrong with his letter is it makes it sound like the only people who didn't get stimulus checks are people on benefits who don't file tax returns. Guess what? Yesterday, I asked viewers in a day in which this channel did somewhere between 500,000 to 1 million views, who did not get a stimulus check? I had viewers on SSI and not on SSI not get their stimulus check. I had viewers who file tax returns and not file tax returns not get their stimulus check. I had viewers who got their first stimulus check and second stimulus by direct deposit also not get their stimulus check. So the contention that only a small group of people are not getting their stimulus check is untrue. The pool of people who did not get the third stimulus check is far bigger than this letter. And the contention that the reason why you didn't get the stimulus check is because someone didn't send something to Janet Yellen's department. What do you think? Do you believe the contention that Janet Yellen doesn't know where your bank account information is when you just got a stimulus check of the second one with no problems in just a few weeks ago? Do you believe the contention from from Representative Neal that they need to request more information to know where you are again when they mailed you a letter just recently and say, "Hi, we just sent you a $600 stimulus check"? More about this in a second. The day is far from over with shockers, and the shockers continued with SBA. SBA. The goalposts are moving at SBA two ways. This is the first way. New shocker overnight. SBA surprised viewers with incredible great news that SBA will allow you to increase your loans. For the first time since the pandemic started, SBA has now issued the following statement on SBA.gov late last night. Some loans approved before the week of April 6th will now be eligible for an increase for a new loan amount announced March 24th. Businesses that received a loan subject to current loan limits do not need to request it. So basically, if you had been waiting to increase your loan and were told no, now they have changed course and you can get that increase. Congratulations. This is huge, great news. And with that also comes huge, shocking, not so good news. If you go to SBA.gov, it now looks, but they could change it. It now looks like they are now taking that $5,000 of that EIDL grant that was passed under third stimulus and not going to give it to you. What's going on? If you remember a second stimulus, the Mar-a-Lago stimulus, there was a new EIDL grant established that was for new applicants that wanted to get an EIDL grant in January 2021. Guess what SBA did? They took that money and did not open the application for new applicants, said we're going to use it to pay old applicants from March of 2020. Well, Biden's stimulus that passed just a few weeks ago said a $5,000 EIDL grant to a new applicant. They have to open the application website. They have to accept new applicants. If you look at SBA's current website, which could change, it currently suggests, nope, we're not going to offer a $5,000 grant. We're taking that money and we're going to use the money for a purpose that is not provided by the law. We're going to take that money and pay off the old EIDL grants of 2020. So no new $5,000 EIDL grants. We're never going to open it. What's going on here? What is going on here? Let me cut back now to that third stimulus check shocker. Here's Representative Neal. And Representative Neal, late yesterday, wanted to make the contention that the only people who have not gotten the $1,400 stimulus check is a minute group that do not file tax returns and are on benefits. Well, guess what? I have people also on benefits who do file tax returns who have not gotten it. I have people not on benefits who file taxes who have not gotten it. I have hundreds and hundreds of thousands of viewers every day that have not gotten it. So the contention that there's only a misstep between Social Security and Janet Yellen's department that has caused the missing stimulus check does not explain why millions and millions of other people have not gotten it. The president's message was help is here. Help is here. The president, before assuring that you actually got the stimulus check, assured himself that he was going to go across the country and promise that the stimulus check was going to land in 10 days. That was his message. 10 days was the president's message. You are going to get the stimulus check within 10 days and that help is here. He not only said it himself once, he said it several times. In fact, he even had a backdrop. He went out and got a backdrop which he used for red carpet events with a logo, the America Recovery Act. He actually has a logo for the stimulus that says help is here. Stimulus checks have not landed here for hundreds of thousands of viewers. Now, they could land throughout today. They could land later today. If you bank at a smaller bank, it could still post later today. It could also come in the mail. This is what you need to know about the mail. If I go to IRS.GOV and you're able to use the tool to track your stimulus check, well, you have to hope you get a result. If you get a result that says something like March 31st, mail, this is what you need to know about that result. It means that the stimulus check has an effective date of March 31st in the corner of the check. It's actually written March 31st. And it means that's what's in the corner of the check. It doesn't mean it's being sent out on the 31st, and it doesn't mean it's landing in your mailbox on the 31st. So when would it likely land? It would likely land 1 to 2 days ahead of time. That's how Treasury usually does it, to ensure that you get it 1 to 2 days ahead of time. That's a great scenario when you go to IRS.GOV and you get a result. But what happens if you go to IRS.GOV and you don't get a result? You watch the video from yesterday about the transcript trick, and you do a transcript of yourself and you don't do a result. Then what do you think? Well, before yesterday, and before the Yellen video, we thought if it shows no results, it's the result of a tool that's finicky because it doesn't recognize your address. You need to type your address a different way. Then the Yellen video was released and said, we're getting to your stimulus checks over the next few days to weeks. So for that, viewers and I started to think, well, maybe the reason why the IRS tool shows no information is because they haven't sent out the stimulus checks, as Yellen just said in that video at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time yesterday. We haven't gotten to them. We're going to get to them in the next few days, few weeks. But maybe it's because they haven't even been sent out. And while Representative Neal may want to suggest, well, it's because information wasn't sent between the departments, who says the other department doesn't have it? We know that they have your information sent out a second stimulus check just a few weeks ago. They have your information to send you a letter saying, hi, we recently sent you a second stimulus check. They have your information because some of you filed 2020 tax returns. They have your information because some of you filed 2019 tax returns. And yet, there's no information in IRS.GOV tool about you. I don't think Representative Neal understands the magnitude of the people not getting stimulus checks. I think he thinks it's just this little group when the group is really this big. And I think he's trying to pigeonhole it on some issue, which is really not the issue. The issue is people are not getting stimulus checks. And it's not because something from one department to the other department. It's because they're not getting stimulus checks. It's about as simple as that. They're not getting stimulus checks. People who file tax returns are not getting stimulus checks. People not on benefits are not getting stimulus checks. People on benefits who file tax returns, and people not on benefits who don't file tax returns. And you know what's the other indicator of why Representative Neal's letter is wrong? It's you. This is the list of people who are on benefits who got the stimulus check last week. And this is the list that got stimulus checks this week. Well, if he thought that Janet Yellen's department has no information about, then there would be no one on any list. There would literally be no one on any list. No one would have gotten a stimulus check if he was actually correct. Because if they don't have any information about anyone, then they don't have any information about anyone to get stimulus checks. But these were the people on SSI and SSDI who got stimulus checks last St. Patrick's Day, even though Representative Neal says, Janet Yellen doesn't have information about you. So how'd they get their stimulus check then? Doesn't make sense. People on benefits got stimulus checks last week from Citizens Bank, Bank PNG, Bancorp Chime, PayPal, NetSpend, Green Dot, People United Bank, US Bank, PNC, Capital One Bank, Lake Michigan, and USAA. Those are viewers on SSI and SSDI got stimulus checks last week. So how'd they get a stimulus check if Representative Neal says they can't send them out because they don't know anything about you? Doesn't make sense. Metabank, Amex Bluebird, Navy Federal, BBT Wood Forest, Amex Bluebird, also Bank America, Chase, Wells Fargo, H&R Block, and also TurboTax. And then yesterday, boy, these, if anything, is an indication that Representative Neal's letter does not understand the severity of the situation. If anything is the indication that this letter does not understand that the situation is much broader than what he's talking about and has nothing to do with just Social Security, is this. Yesterday, this channel did somewhere between 500,000 to 1 million views. I asked viewers who got stimulus checks yesterday. I got about 100 to 200 people who got stimulus checks yesterday on March 24th. Out of hundreds of thousands of viewers, I got 100 to 200 people got stimulus checks yesterday. That shows the problem is far bigger than is indicated. Of all those viewers, I asked them, who is on benefits? 70% were on benefits, 30% not on benefits. I asked who files tax returns. 70% had not filed tax returns, 30% had filed tax returns. I asked, and so you saw people across the board who didn't get stimulus checks. These were the 100 to 200 who got stimulus checks yesterday. PNC, Wells, Arvest, US Bank, Chase, Direct Express, Green Dot, Citizens Bank, B of A, H&R Block, Regions Bank, and TD Bank. What we learned yesterday, the great news, was that it has nothing to do with the banks. It has nothing to do with the banks. The banks don't have the money. Why? Because Janet Yellen hasn't sent it out. Help is not here. Help has not been sent out. The Help is Here tour from the President of the United States should be renamed as Help was not sent out. Help is not here. The Help is not here tour because the help has not been sent out. Can you imagine in a day in which this channel does that many views, hundreds of thousands of viewers, and I have 100 to 200 viewers got stimulus checks yesterday and the rest did not? And so many of them are from so many different walks of life. This letter doesn't understand the severity of the situation. It's bigger than this. And it may have nothing to do with the fact that Janet Yellen doesn't have any information about you, because she had enough information to send out these stimulus checks to these viewers, and they're on Social Security or SSI and SSDI, and they got their stimulus check. They got it from Direct Express. They got it from Bank America. They got it from small credit unions. They got it from big credit unions. The ones who didn't get it just didn't get it. And so as you see, as you go into the mornings of LALATE, that misinformation is rampant now from this White House. This White House is not providing accurate information about the help. Help is not here. Help is actually not left. Help has actually not left. What has left is that video. Why was the video from Janet Yellen deleted? Now you can guess. We don't know why, but we can guess. Maybe the video was recorded a couple weeks ago. And that was a publicity video. It was a production team. It was a publicist, public relations team, the media director. No one watched the last part of the video and realized, oh my goodness, it's referring to something in the future. We've already done it. Well, the video was up and then it was gone. No explanation why it's gone. Why do you think it's gone? Drop in the comments right now. Why do you think the video's gone? Guess what? Coming up right after this is another video. That video will be taped. It's going to seem a little strange. This is what happened. I tried to deliver a taped version of this live show before this, and for reasons for YouTube, it got stuck. So that video was taped about 40 minutes before this video. And so you're going to see another video, which is a little bit more comprehensive, coming up right after this. And then I'm back with you live. I'll be interacting with you live throughout the day and answering your questions, jumping in the live chat. It's important for us to, as a family, to know what's going on. There's a lot of things going on. There's Shirley, there's Oscar, there's John, and there's Julie Nobles, and there's Corey Fisher, and there's Ajay, and Carolyn Mitch. Join me as that next video comes to this channel. It'll be a taped video, but it was taped just before this one. And boy, we are far from over. It is one of those days. And the good news is that you are the eyes and ears. Trust what's happening on your side as the indicator of what's happening. Don't trust what you hear from a letter written by a politician. Trust what you see from fellow viewers. If you see someone else that says, I didn't get it, I bank at this bank, and I'm this type of person, that should be the indicator of what's going on, not a politician and not a letter. They know, you know better than anyone else, even better than I, until I find out what's happening with you, what's going on. You're the eyes and ears on the street. And I'll stay with you, and we'll be back in just a little bit as Mornings LA continues. Make sure you subscribe. I don't want you to miss a single video today. It's going to be one of those big days. Also, like this video. And if you're not become a member, consider becoming a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, Calcino VIP. Stay informed. Stay smiling. I know. You got to keep on smiling. And stay with LA for more.